Hello everybody, it's Bee from Bespoke Crafts and welcome to my channel. Firstly, thank you everybody for subscribing. I really do appreciate this. And let's get on with the card. Today we're going to be using a Peanuts stamp and die set that I got from Craft Stash. And today I'm going to be using Snoopy on top of his kennel. It's going to be a birthday card, and I think it's probably going to be a birthday card for our little great niece, and she will be 8 next month. So the cardstock I'm using, I got it from Amazon, and it's a textured card, and I bought it in A3 size. It was really good value. It's very absorbent though, which was really quite surprising. The images do come out okay, but I think, you know, it's going to take a little while getting used to this card. And of course I got A3 and I've cut it down to A4. I've got plenty of cardstock, but it's a beautiful white. It's a snow white. It really is lovely. So what I'm going to do is fast forward through a lot of the bits where I'm repeating, such as this part. I'm going to show you my initial stamping on my stamping platform, and then if I stamp it another 2 or 3 times, I'm just going to fast forward it over it. Excuse me. As you can see there, I'm using Memento stamp ink. I don't know whether I mentioned that. And you use Memento because I'm going to use a Hoo Honolulu 320 alcohol markers. I absolutely love this set. I haven't found any issues whatsoever with them. So the colours that I'm going to be using, I do show you the colours, and this is my little colour chart, but I'm also going to put the colours on, the colour numbers on screen, because when I was doing the video, when I was editing it, you can't really see what they are. Now this part is where, because Snoopy's white, I wanted to add some shading to him, so that sort of like emphasises it. I've really got to practice more on this. I'm not getting it right, and I'm not sure why. I think it's with this particular time, as you'll see later on, I do go over it in a darker grey, but I do think it's because I'm not using dark enough grey initially. And these are obviously very, very pale colours. So I've done the dark colour, I've gone over with the lighter colour, and you can see there the edges are still there from the lighter colour, so I just want to blend them down. So I'm using a blender, which it just pushes the ink out of the way, really. And you can see them done. So these are the colours that I'm going to use for. I'm pausing now because I haven't put the numbers on them. What a numpty. Let me think what colours that I used. I've got the sheet in front of me. I think I used, it was E310, which was the darkest colour, which is what I'm just going down now, where there would be natural shading on the kennel, because it's made of woodlats. And then the paler colour I use, which I'm sure is E170. I can't see the colour on me. I'm looking at my colour chart. Because the colours on the end of the pens don't actually say what the colour is, show a real identification of the colour that you're using. So what I'm doing is just blending this round with the E170, blending in the darker shades, and then I'm leaving an area in the centre of where I think would be a natural lighter shade. And the lighter colour that I'm using, I'm sure, is E210. 280. And like I say, the colour, the paper just sucks this colour up, the ink up. So I end up doing it a couple of times, putting a good couple of layers on. As you can see there, it looks quite pale. It doesn't look well. There isn't enough depth in it for me. Some people might like it like that, but I prefer it a bit deeper. So again, going over Snoopy where he's sat on top of his kennel. And I think once you start layering your colours up, rather than just doing one layer of each, I think the colours do look better. No matter what alcohol inks that you use. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better now. It's got more definition to it. Yeah, even looking at that now, I'm quite happy with that, unless I come in with a different colour. So now I'm going to be doing the grass at the bottom. Again, quite speedily, rounds the kennel off, and as you can see, GY43 and GY4. I'm just going over the top of them and blending the colours together so it looks well as natural as you can possibly get it. If anybody's got any hints and tips to make it look even more natural, I would appreciate that. Please like and subscribe my channel. Hopefully I'm going to make 50 subscriptions with this one, hopefully. Fingers crossed, toes crossed and all that lot. And as you can see now, I'm going over Snoopy. I haven't fed this bit up with a darker shade of grey, and I think it does look better. I'm actually looking at the card in my hand now. And I've actually, on my last video, that I noticed that when I was colouring, you couldn't actually see what I was doing because my hands were in the way. So I've moved my camera angle as well, because you're not getting as many headshots now, which is quite good for you. The colours, there we go, is BG050 and 0 the blender. I'm just blending away these harsh lines now at the edge, which really does make a difference. And we're doing really well. I've got this video down to 14 minutes and 29 seconds. I think this might be the shortest one that I've done. I hope you don't mind me doing the speeding up bits with the bits that I'm going over it again. Now I've decided that I wanted to do Snoopy looking down on some gifts, and I've got a fair few gift dies, but I particularly like these ones out of the Tim Holtz. Excuse me, I'm just getting it, so it's going to be a bit of rattling. And it is Thinlets, Silex Thinlets, and it's 666072. And as you can see, I've just taken the packages out of the box that I've already had made up. If I make up extras, I just leave them in the packaging and use them whenever I want them. So I wanted to have Snoopy looking down on them. So I'm just going to go around the outer edges of the box just to give it that little bit extra definition on them. And I'm using E130. Just again, I'm going quickly around the edges. Should have probably done a little bit more blending through on that as well. I might do that before I send the card off. and you'll hear Merlin in the background doing these chipping bits, what he does. So now I want to put the parcels on some grounding as well. Oh no, prior to that, I'm going to add some sky. So what I'm doing now is just got my Distress Oxide blending brush with the blue on. It's got several different colours of blues on, and I'm literally just using that, the colours that's left on the brush, nothing else. I only wanted a light colour on there, just to show it's sky really. And just putting the grounding now on. Hopefully I've put the colour on that I've used. Coming up now? Yes, I have. So it's G260. I should have put on that one a little bit earlier, but I'm not going to change it now because everything will be out of sync. So just looking for placement on the parcels. I'm going to stick these down just as is. The first one's just going to be stuck straight to the card, and the second one I'm going to use some foam tape for that. And the glue that I'm using is a Creative Craft Products, and it's a book binding glue, which is a really, really good glue. You don't need a lot of it. It's really strong. You do get a little bit more wiggle room with this one. I'm just layering up with some of the foam tape. This is really good foam tape. I get it from is it Sticks For You? Sticks For You, I think that's where it is. And you get it in a massive, massive reel. So there it goes. So I'm just going to place the sentiment on now, and I'm using the Stampers Anonymous. It's Crazy Talk CMS 236, I think that was, and they are from the Tim Holtz collection. And it's just going to say it's your birthday, and I'm going to put the little girl's name above that. Way about my head there. So when I'm putting a very light fonted sentiment down, I put my ink on, which I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair in the black, and then just as you put your lid down, just run your finger across gently, as you can see, just gentle pressing. You don't need a lot, and this was done first time. I was quite happy with the way that came out. The VersaFine Clair does really give a really good impression. Now I'm using my card base, making my own card base, which I always do. Now I never buy them. So now looking for what I'm going to do for matte and layer it, just deciding on the colour. And I've gone for the pale pink colour. And I've also just started using, I keep moving the screen, everything's behind my computer while I'm doing this. It's the collal glue. It really is good. I've always used Anita's tacky glue before, but this is it's just brilliant. So this is going to be my preferred glue from now on for sticking your mats and layers down. It really is good. Anyway, that's for the card for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.